This week, we're getting some big and great news from the pharmaceutical industry at the annual American Society of Clinical Oncology Conference, one of the most important events of the year for the drug business because we get tons of data. Consider what we just heard from AstraZeneca, the big British drug maker that presented 3 highly anticipated data sets, 2 sets of readouts for a pair of lung cancer treatments, and some clinical trial results for breast cancer drug that they're working on. This is just the latest possible developments from AstraZeneca, which held a very bullish investor day a couple of weeks ago on the heels of a strong quarter at the end of April. They got some great projections. So let's take a closer look with Sir Pascal Soriot, who is the CEO of AstraZeneca, to learn more. Sir, welcome to me, buddy.
It's great to be here, Jim. Thank you for having me.
All right, people may not know about ASCO, but when someone does something incredible, something that's beyond belief, they get a standing ovation. And one of your drugs got a standing ovation this weekend.
Absolutely. And the ASCO, the American Society of Clinical Oncology, is the biggest congress for cancer in the world. So you have about 40,000 cancer specialists coming from around the world, meeting in Chicago, and then this kind of standing ovation you get from maybe 20,000 people standing up and giving you a round of applause. So it's a very emotional moment for everybody.
Okay, so a standing ovation would mean to me, you can tell me I'm wrong, but that you've got maybe a change of care that could make it so people who might have gotten a death sentence now might be able to live maybe even longer than we'd ever thought.
Absolutely. So the standing ovation we had this time was for a product called Tagrisso for a certain form of lung cancer, EGFR mutated lung cancer, which is about 15% of patients in the US, 45% in people who are of Asian descent. And essentially, we had a study showing an 84% reduction of the risk of the disease progressing. So really amazing, transformative results.
And people should know this is a unfortunately, fast-growing cancer that leaves many, that causes, it's fatal.
Yes. And the other beauty of this treatment is that it's a simple pill. Really, generally very well tolerated. And you take this pill, and then some people are on the pill for many, many years, and their disease is totally controlled. Yeah.
Now, and HER2, many of the analysts, this is the breast cancer, said that this was an equally amazing breakthrough. So why don't you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, so the HER2 positive breast cancer is about 25% of breast cancer patients. And there has been for now quite some time treatments for this HER2 positive cancer, including our product on HER2. Right. But 75% of patients are HER2 negative, and there was no treatment for them. And we've shown now that HER2 works in the great majority of these HER2 negative patients. So really another set of transformative results for breast cancer patients, removing chemo. So for these people, for these patients, you can remove chemotherapy, give them this drug, which of course has also its own tolerability profile, but it's much better tolerated.
Now, for those of you who have not suffered or have had a family member suffer, to not have chemotherapy means that you can have a much more normal life when you're taking care of this illness.
Absolutely. I mean, removing chemotherapy is really a big improvement for women with breast cancer.
How did you guys come up with like this? Now, we know AstraZeneca. See, now, this is my own ignorance for a second. But you're investing in disruptive categories to drive 2030 growth, a remarkable growth plan you have. It's kind of been done without a lot of fanfare, at least in America. But you have transformed an industry. And by the way, just so people know, you are not facing any loss of exclusivity. You don't have any patent cliffs ahead.
Well, very little. We have a couple of products losing patent protection, but very few. How do we do it? We have a fantastic team of scientists and people around the company. We have several R&D sites in the US. We are in Boston. We are in Maryland, in Gettysburg, near Washington. We're also in Santa Monica. We're in San Francisco. We're at New Haven. So we have 5 centers, 2 large ones, 1 mid-size, and 2 smaller ones. And then we also have a strong presence in Cambridge in the UK. And all these people are absolutely brilliant, and they come up with great medicines.
Now, people also have to understand you have 13 blockbuster medicines. You expect by 2030 you have 25 potential blockbuster medicines. No one has it. I checked. No one else has anywhere near that.
Yes, very exciting. We're hoping to launch 20 new medicines between now and 2030. Half of those will be for cancer, the other half for rare diseases or cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease.
But we should also mention the approach you're taking for the weight loss drugs. it's more methodical, and it is not a blunderbuss. It's targeted.
Yes, and essentially our strategy has always been to be a growth company, pursuing science and innovation and bringing our medicines to as many people as we can around the world. So we are number one in the emerging markets. We're number one in Japan, in China. And essentially, we think that if you want people around the world to benefit from weight loss drugs, it has to be an oral medicine. So we have a small molecule oral medicine.
No shot. No shot. Okay.
That we can actually bring to people at a reasonable cost. So we democratize weight loss, if you want.
Yeah, I think it's important. When I was talking to you before, right now you could bankrupt the system in the way we have this. I mean, everybody gets on it. There's a lot of problems beside it, and it's too expensive. You are talking about affordable medicine that would not break the system as we know it.
Well, this medicine that exists today, they are great medicines. They may be a little bit more expensive, but they also save costs to the healthcare system by saving people being hospitalized, having a heart attack, or some other conditions. But we want to make it even more accessible to people, not only in the U.S., but around the world, so they can benefit.
One thing that I think is rather remarkable about you guys is that you didn't need to make the $80 billion revenue target. I have often discouraged CEOs in your industry from making that kind of target because it's so definitive once you do it. But you have a level of certainty about it. What makes you feel that this has definitely got to happen?
Well, you know, we are in a very difficult kind of a business, right? I mean, biology is complicated and we're never sure of anything, but we have a great level of confidence we can get there. And I think this target forces us to think creatively and be ambitious and stretch. So we're going to stretch, but we have a large portfolio of existing products, several blockbusters, as you said. We're growing strongly, and we have another 20 medicines to launch, so we should be able to get there.
Right, I've asked this question of Rob Davis, the great CEO of Merck. I'm going to ask you, will we live in an era where when you get cancer, it will most likely be chronic and not fatal? Could that happen in our lives?
I think that the exciting piece in cancer is that science has exploded in the last 10, 15 years. And what you see happen at the ASCO gives you hope. That yes. The day when cancer can be cured is not that far away. Either cured or turned to a chronic condition indeed, yes. Wow. And then you have new technologies like cell therapy. Of course, some of the medicines we are working on, antibody drug conjugates, radio conjugates, but also cell therapies that will give us a chance to cure patients.
Oh, it's amazing to hear. Your company's fabulous. It's fabulous. That's Pascal Soriot. He is the CEO of AstraZeneca, AZN. It does trade here. My bad that I did not bring this to you earlier. That's how good this company is. Mad Money's back in the break.
Coming up, not just another brick in the wall, Cramer goes off the tape for the latest on an AI data company worth watching. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.